Well, first of all, we'd like to say good morning to everyone. And certainly today is a very, very exciting day for the city of Wichita and the transit officials as we unveil the 10 brand new buses that you see that are sitting here behind me. Very impressive. The new buses are scheduled to begin operating very soon. This is yet another important step forward for transit. Transit riders and our community, which has been coming together to discuss ways that we can better improve our transit to the citizens here in the city of Wichita, and to expand our transit services to meet the needs of the residents in the Wichita area. And I'd like to take an opportunity to invite City Council member Janet Miller to join me to explain what's going to happen in the future. But I'd also like to take an opportunity to recognize council members that have joined us. Councilwoman Levanta Williams, thank you for joining us today. And at this time, Councilwoman Janet Miller.
Good morning. I don't know if that's on. Thank you, Mayor. It is indeed an exciting time for Wichita Transit. Just a few weeks ago, on a much colder day, I might add, we were announcing new routes and better service for West Wichita. Today, we are unveiling a complementary piece to our improved transit system, which includes these 10 new buses that will bring more reliable service to the entire transit network. These buses will be in much better shape than many in our current fleet, not to mention their awesome new paint scheme. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We've got turquoise and chrome. Last year, Wichita Transit began upgrading their fleet with 4 new buses. This year, they're moving forward with another step with these 10, and there will be another 10 coming next year. In the course of 3 years, 1/2 of Transit's fleet will be upgraded to feature the more fuel-efficient vehicles, which meet the EPA's 2010 air quality standards. In response to a recently released health impact assessment conducted by the Kansas Health Institute, Transit is committed to working with stakeholders in the area to improve air quality, the health of our residents, as well as transit options. Air quality is so important here in Wichita. We are on the verge of going out of attainment, so everything we do, every step we can make to improve that and to lessen emissions is great, and these new buses definitely play a big role in that. By providing a more reliable, convenient, and cleaner service, we are inviting residents to take part in this effort. We invite you to park your personal vehicles and ride transit instead. These 10 new buses support and symbolize plans and progress here in Wichita. Thank you so much to all Wichitans who have provided input about the importance of the transit system. We know that many riders, as many as 2 million rides a year on our transit system, tell us that it's an important public service. And these new buses symbolize Wichita's commitment to this important public service. Wichita Transit Director Steve Spade, who I have the absolute utmost respect for, who, along with his Transit Advisory Board and other staff, have brought you today's much improved, very efficient, creatively run transit system. Steve has more on how Wichita Transit is continuing to improve its services. Steve?
Thank you, Councilmember Miller and Mayor Brewer and Councilmember Williams for being here today and for your support. We're really excited to be introducing these 10 new buses today. Our goal at Wichita Transit is to build a world-class transit system in a world-class city, and this is a huge step for us in starting to build our service in that direction. This is part of a long-term plan to modernize our fleet and to improve our service. We have a fleet of 50 buses. And as Councilmember Miller said, we're about, in another year, we'll have replaced about 50% of them. Over half our fleet has been eligible for replacement. Their buses are more than 12 years old. Old buses cost more to operate, they pollute more, they use more fuel, and they're less dependable. So by being able to introduce 10 new buses into the service, we're able to make a lot of improvements in the service you're going to see on the street today. Let me tell you just a little bit about these buses. Each bus costs about $400,000, and we have to wait about 15 months in order to have a bus built and delivered once we place an order. So it takes long-term planning and funding to make sure that we have a modern fleet in an efficient basis. These buses are powered by diesel engines. They are much more fuel efficient and cleaner than the current engines we've got. These all meet the 2010 EPA standards for emissions. We also have the latest electronic equipment on these buses that allow us to keep detailed information on passenger ridership, where people get on and off. The buses all have Wi-Fi, and we also have state-of-the-art security cameras inside and outside the buses for passenger security. Having a modern fleet is really critical to our mission. This is going to allow us to improve dependability and service to the public, which is important. If we want people to consume our service, we have to provide a high quality service, which means our buses need to be on time, they need to be clean, our drivers need to be friendly, and this is going to take us a long ways to do that. So we're very excited to put these into service. With luck, you're going to see these buses on the street this afternoon. Again, I want to thank the members of the council for their great support in our long-range plan to improve the system, and our Transit Advisory Board. Our chair and a couple other members are here today, and we want to thank them for their support in guiding the system. Be happy to answer any questions you've got. Each bus costs about $400,000.
Where did the money come from?
We have federal grants that pay 83% of the cost of the bus, and then the 17% comes from local budget.
Is that federal money from the Department of Transportation?
It's Federal Transit Administration. Yeah.
How is ridership? Because there for a while it was kind of down. I mean, now with these new buses, I mean, are we going to see an increase?
Yeah, our goal, our ridership has been constant for a couple of years and actually just declining a little bit, but as we improve service, we put a better vehicle on the street, one that people can see and know we're here. We think that we're going to start to see ridership increases. That's our goal this year.
Steve, can you describe 2014 for you guys? You have new routes now, buses.
Well, we're very excited to be able to start taking some positive steps in improving the system. We've instituted some new routes on the west side, and we're serving new places. We're already seeing more activity on some of the new areas of the route, like New Market Square, so we're excited about that. The new buses will allow us to provide a lot better quality service, and quite frankly, one of the things you see in the new design, our new bus stop signs, people need to know we're there. And so we want to make what we're providing something that's more noticeable to the public, so they'll see it, ask questions about it, and once they try it, we think our service is a good enough quality that people are going to want to use it.
So they're going to start today?
This afternoon.
Where were these buses built?
Hayward, California, just south of San Francisco. Gillig Corporation.
Steve, as you know, the some air quality report came out yesterday giving Wichita an F. Talk a little bit about the importance to stop emissions with air clean.
Well, we have EPA standards for our vehicles, and it's important in our community that we have a good quality air. There are a lot of health issues that are related to poor air quality, and as part of our part, these are much cleaner engines that we're operating. We're also in the middle of a CNG conversion study to determine whether or not using another form of alternative fuel is beneficial to us, both in terms of operating costs and in our contribution to air quality.
Where do the old buses go?
They'll be sold at auction. So if you're in the market, we can.
I didn't know if there was a bus graveyard.
Buses have an average life of about 12 years. After that, you need to replace them. When they get 14 or 15 years old, there's not a lot of value left in those, so I don't think you'll see them running anywhere.
Steve, you mentioned these are going to go into operation this afternoon.
Right.
Are they going to be all over town, or are they going to be in certain areas?
No, we'll rotate them throughout the city and throughout all the different routes, so you could see them anywhere at any time.